Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Factorio Railworld. We are fixing our iron over here. We're actually about to almost double our throughput, I should say. I mean, it's maybe not quite exactly double, but quite a bit more iron coming in, which will hopefully help our system do what it needs to do. Oh, I just messed something up. That's all right. We could fix it. Let's get some better armor. If we're going to have to go after some aliens soon, we might as well get that rolling. Okay, so actually this kind of needs to shift it down a little bit. I mean, we're not actually going to be adding more iron to our current system. Like, to more iron smelters, I should say. We're going to go ahead and keep the smelters we have for now. I mean, they're going to be fine for now. I mean, we do need to grow them eventually, but that will come mostly later. So really what we just need to do is just get this iron across, so maybe we can plug into a couple of these other spots. I guess to do that we can just go under here, or actually, you know what, we can just expand this other one to go under. It's gonna be fine. There we go. Just come across. I guess for right now we can go ahead and go under there. Just go as far as I can go. That's going to be all right. Kind of spaghettiing this in a little bit. We can fix it at a later date. But for now, my goal is just to kind of get it over here. And don't know that I need to add more to this system. That one seems to be running fine. So I think we're just going to keep going under. And come in over here. So you're going to come up here. Oh, you're not going to be able to get through that gap. So what we need to do is move you over one, which is fine. And you're just going to go in and feed into there. So we'll have, not there, but there. So I have double going, splitting and going to double. That's fine. It's not a big deal. We could just single it up and go single each one, but this will be fine. And then you're going to go under and come over here and kind of do the same to this other side. We'll just do this. We'll have you go up, go down, and you can just come down there and feed into there. So now that'll help those lines a whole lot more, I believe. In fact, should be more than enough iron, because one full belt of this is enough to feed this entire setup, and now we have a little bit more than that, so that's going to be all right. Actually, for this one over here, now that I think about it, we're going to do something a little different. Only because I want to prioritize this mining stuff over here, because I want to kind of get rid of it. We are going to back you up. Let's see. Split you there. You're going to go under and come around and side load into this, just to fill in the gaps. And that way we're prioritizing the main line, and this will just kind of, once that one empties out, we'll be able to not go that direction anymore. So that'll be fine. All right, so that should fix our iron problem mostly. Well, I say that. We're still not getting true full throughput here. Although it's starting to get to the very end of the line, so I guess that's all that matters. We're getting green lights everywhere. That's mainly what matters here. One thing we could do is actually do I have them being made right now? The steel furnaces? I don't see them in front of my face. They're probably here somewhere, or maybe up there they are. Steel furnaces. Let's come and just replace all those things with steel furnaces. That should increase the productivity a bit, because this one's crafting speed is 1 and these crafting speed is 2. So that should help effectively double up our iron as well. Come on. Out of rocket fuel? Why are you trying to replace those things with rocket fuel? Who knows? Should be fine though. I mean, I'm sure I'm out of coal too, which is probably what it's probably looking for any resource it can put in there, and since I don't have any at the moment, it's just like, oh, I'm out. The steel, I don't think I need to upgrade right this second, just because they are, it's currently backlogged all the way up to the mines themselves, and that's fine. And we can always add another line over there as well. All right, so now it's actually not getting to the end of the line again. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. If it's a throughput issue at this point, then we can kind of upgrade this little spot right here with some reds. This one's fully saturated over here. Getting to the end of the line's all green. So it's really just this one over here that's just being a little goofy. So let's go and grab a couple red undergrounds and splitters. Okay, I guess our inventory's full. Oh, we got a whole bunch of iron, which we can place into these things just fine. Temporarily make it look like they're good, but even though we know they're not. Copper can go into these things. In fact, let's go ahead and grab a bunch of that. Just empty out that chest. That'll work for now, and then the rest of it can go back in the chest for now. We'll keep pulling from that chest for once in a while. And then, what's next? Let's do some mining productivity just to fill in some space for now. So we got a few splitters, didn't we? Yeah, we did. And we need some undergrounds. I don't know that we start upgrading to red all over the place, but for now this will be fine. Okay, so we need to go ahead and change this from yellow to, oh, okay, that's fine. We're gonna go to red, yellow, what was that? Splitter, red. Let's not make the same mistake we did earlier where we tried to upgrade a completely different thing altogether. Red and yellow. Let's grab you. We'll just upgrade this, I don't know, this little setup right here. That's gonna be fine. Still not quite getting both sides of the belt. I mean, it makes sense because it's only supposed to be one side, but hopefully this makes it easier for these up here to saturate the one side of the belt that we need. Although we're trying to saturate two sides of a single belt. I don't know. Maybe the side loading is not actually going to help us in the long run. I was like I said, trying to prioritize this thing. What else could we do to fix some of this? Yeah, because you're not getting all the way to the end. And you have a fully saturated belt. I guess we just upgrade everything to red. That's one way to do it. Oh, do I not have any red belts? Oh, I have a whole bunch of red undergrounds. How did I get a whole bunch of red undergrounds? Must have picked up the wrong thing earlier. Red belts is what I want a whole bunch of. There we go. It's really just these front half that need to be red as well. Something like that. Let's see if I can get a little further down the line. Actually, let's go ahead and just do a little bit further down. Maybe down to about there. Not that we're not saving that much to not go all the way to the end, but this is fine. No, it's literally just not enough stuff. All right, it's fair enough. I was trying to do the side loading to help us out a little bit. What I can do... See, how can I still do side loading in one way, but still split something off? I'm not sure. I can do something a little weird and move this down one more row. Or a little bit further, at least. Split you off. Do the side loading just to say. This is a little silly, probably. I'm trying to figure out a way to do what I want to do, but still prioritize this main line over here. Oh, not that way. We can still get more into this. And we're getting fully saturated belt here. We're getting more saturation here. I mean, this is sort of working. Still prioritizing this line mostly, I think, because this line's just still flowing through just fine. Let's go ahead and upgrade all of this to red. Still getting a fully saturated belt here for now. Oh, no, it's actually starting to get some gaps. But the most important thing, are we getting to the end of the lines? We are starting to get to the end of the lines. And so, you know what? That's perfectly fine. It looks silly. It's a little goofy. But it prioritizes this mostly, I think, and still gets us to the end of the lines. I'm okay with that for now. I'm not going to overthink it any more than I already have, because I've already spent a little bit more time than I should have on that. Okay. So, next things next. Iron looks a lot better. It's not fully saturated, but way better. And we could always add some more iron smelting and things like that, just to make it even better than that. Green's starting to back up. We're actually having gaps in blue now. Did I miss fixing something? I missed fixing something, it looks like. No, it's actually plastic. Why is plastic having problems? Ah, I bet because we ran out of space in our... in something. For now, just to get things going a little... No, that's not what I meant. But for now, we're going to go ahead and split this right here. Just to get some of that stuff up that way. I've got a whole line there just to kind of get it bootstrapped while we're going to fix our plastic issue. Because we had a lot of plastic on that line already, which will help at least get flowing again. Alright, so I'm guessing because these things are full, which one? Probably the heavy. Yes, it is. The heavy, it appears. Guess we'll just do the same thing up here that we did for the light. Just a temporary setup. Let's do a couple for now. It's going to be fine. Something like that. Something like that's going to be fine. And space to like do some pumping and things like that to pump it back out again later. All right, there we go. That'll at least get things running again. We're starting to get plastic again now. Yeah, we're starting to get more petroleum gas. Perfect. This one is almost full, so we will need to deal with that as well. But for now, I think we're okay. Actually, once we start making batteries, that's going to start draining, so I'm not too worried about that. Copper is starting to drain out a little bit, but honestly, we're still completely backed up, so I'm not going to mess with it just yet. I think the next thing we do is, in fact, finally get our batteries production going. Let's figure out where we want to stick batteries. And what does it batteries need again? Batteries need sulfuric acid, copper, and iron. So fixing the iron was very important for that. Batteries over on this side might be pretty good. Batteries over here probably would be okay. Because again, there's no way we're going to go past this line, I don't think, with the science. I actually kind of like the batteries over here. think that will be all right. So let's grab you. I don't think I have a pattern for batteries yet, do I? Engines, train stuff, smelting stuff, science stuff. Power's not quite what I'm looking for. And miscellaneous, which does not appear to have any batteries in there at all, so that's fine. All right, so batteries, we'll have to figure that out by hand. It's only going to take 1 iron plate, 1 copper plate, and 5 seconds. And it is made in some of these bad boys. And of course, we'll need sulfuric acid to come in as well. So we'll just line it up with this. Looks like it's fine. Leave a bit of a gap. What's in your way? Oh, there's a log there. It's hiding in the grass. It's like I couldn't see it. Alright, so something like, I don't know. There's fine, probably. I think we can... We'll just put a gap here. Just to be able to put a pole in the middle. Start with 6. We can always scale it up later. Not going to be a problem. Let's use the medium poles just to be able to cover everything. All right, perfect. And all this is going to be sulfuric acid. Let's go and set you to batteries just so I can see all the inputs. Truthfully, there's no reason not to just run this down just to be lazy. And then we will underground you across. Something like that. You can't quite get across too, huh? That's interesting. Don't know why I thought you could. Alright, so sulfuric acid is right here. I guess we can just run you across there. There we go. Done, 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 and done. Sulfuric acid. Perfect. All right, so now we do need to also get you hooked up with power, which is fine. So I'm just going to run some temporarily. These are probably not going to stay, but just in case I do decide to go that route for some reason, at least the poles will already be where I want them. We'll put a medium pole, or probably small. It's probably fine right there. All right. Now we need to feed in and then feed out. It's going to take you 5 seconds to feed out batteries, so I think we can just run a line out like that. And then a line in of 1/2 copper, 1/2 iron. Again, you're very, very slow, so just doing something like that. Should be fine. And out like that. Perfect. All right, so it doesn't really matter which side is which, so we'll just go ahead and take this line up here. Let's do the outside one, this will be fine. Like that, there. Copper. Guess we ran out of space earlier or something. We'll just bring this outer line up here as well. You're going to go across there. Oh, one down. There. Go across, under, and that's going to be fine. We can go under. I was going to move it over one more, but this will actually be all right. And actually, you can just come right across. We don't need any more undergrounds at the moment. And we should start getting some batteries now. How do we want to do this? Do we want to do the other side as well? It's probably not the worst idea in the world. Feed both sides onto batteries, or onto the one line. Let's see, where is some more chemical plants? Chemical plants right there, right? Yes. We can always go out horizontal as well. Actually, it might be better to do that first. You know what? We got 10 plants here. We're going to go 2 more out. There'll be 8 one side, and then we can do 8 on the other side. And I think that will actually be not too bad. Something like that. You're going to come all the way down to the end. You're going to come all the way down to the end as well. And down the middle. Perfect. Get you guys some power hooked up over here. And some inputs. We actually might even be able to split this other one and just go down both sides. Probably would be fine. Because again, these things are kind of slow. Alright, for sulfuric acid part, we're just going to run you down to there. Go underground up to there. And run back down the other side. Batteries, batteries, batteries. Could actually do this a little bit more creatively, I suppose. But honestly, I think splitting right here is going to be fine. Just that, and then this thing can just come down and should be able to go underground. Oh, no, it won't be able to go underground there. What we will need to do is have you go underground for at least a little bit of a gap. I don't know if it really matters. We could start going after the nuclear stuff or stack bonus. You know, let's do my stack bonus. That's going to be fine. All right, so you're going to go underground here. Let the batteries escape out the sides. That's going to be fine. Gonna be fine. All right, so we got batteries coming out. Let's come across here. Oh, actually, you're going too far out anyway. You need to go underground, starting there. Did I already pick a place for batteries? Let's see. Filter, filter, filters. Where are you guys at? No, actually, I didn't. I did not pick a place to bus batteries, really. That seems a bit unusual. I could take off one of these spots for the reds. Probably will be alright. I don't know that we'll need 4 lines of reds. With upgraded belts and stuff like that, 2 lines is probably enough. So let's just take this close line of what I had planned on being the reds. I think busing batteries is ultimately going to be a good thing for us. So you're going to go there. And one half is going to go straight down. To go to our mall. And the other half, it can go straight up and do whatever. At some point, we may have 2 lines of batteries coming out of here. I don't know, honestly. 1 line's probably good enough for now. And honestly, some places we could probably just locally produce batteries because it doesn't take very many resources. The copper and iron is going to go anywhere. And then the sulfuric acid is easy to pump in. So, as far as our bus is concerned, batteries needs to go on the outside of this line right here. So the bottom of this line. Oof. That's fine. We can get around that. I think. Yes, you're going to go underground sooner. And we'll go underground there to there. That'll work. A little silly, but it'll work out. What's next for you? Again, just to buy some time, we're going to do some more mining, because it's always going to be good to get more mining stuff, more productivity out of our miners. Occasionally we'll get a free resource, essentially, is how that works. Just like the production modules. I actually don't think you have to go anywhere else, so I actually think the entire line can just loop around and just go right there to be on the outside of that. I don't think we have to send the batteries any further south. In fact, I can't imagine there's any reason for us to do that whatsoever. And there's the batteries. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here. We've got batteries on the line. We'll, I'm going to move over here, and at the beginning of the episode, we'll make sure that they are lined up correctly, and we're getting our lasers finally. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.